For this part of the lesson, we are going to be using watercolor. As y'all remember, I have liquid watercolor here, and how to use them is, luckily you don't need to really have a dry brush because these are already liquid. So what you're going to do is you're just going to simply dip your brush into the paint, brush the side because you don't want to have too much, and then you are going to paint on top like this. Make sure that your paintbrush is going to glide on top. Now keep in mind, you can mix colors on top of your paper, you just can't mix them in here. So what you can do is this. If I wanted to add some yellow into that blue, what you're going to do, make sure that you go to the bottom of your bucket, brush it around, brush the side, and sometimes I like to have it just a tiny bit dry though, so make sure you dry your brush a little bit. Make sure you don't pull the bristles, that's the fluffy part, because you don't want to destroy the brush. And then this is great, so then it won't get all watery, so you can keep that color without being even more transparent. All you go is dip your brush, brush the side, and then you can go ahead and use the color on top. The only thing is this. You can't go back into the yellow because it's already touched the blue. So if you want to go back in with some more yellow, gotta make sure clean your brush off at the bottom, swirl, 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 brush the side, and then get a paper towel, just dry it off real quick, and then go in for some more yellow. I'm going to go ahead and start painting the rest of my background for y'all. Make sure too that there are no puddles. If you have a big puddle like that, it's going to want to spread everywhere. So what I need you to do is to brush it out to make it thinner. That way it will be less likely for the blue spread everywhere. Then you have a little bit more control. Keep in mind, I'm kind of having my hand up in the air because I don't want to put my arm back down because one, it's wet, and then two, you don't want to smear your oil pastel because it's really easy for you to put your hand down and then it smears somewhere. So make sure your hand is up while you paint. Be sure to get all the white spots and also to paint very carefully. Go switch colors, so go ahead, brush the bottom of the bucket, brush the side, go with your paper towel. I'm going to use purple this time, so go and just dip your brush, brush the side, and then choose a section to paint. What's cool is that you can paint on top of the oil pastel and it will push it off. For the most part. Some of it might still try to stick around, and that's okay. You can kind of get your paper towel if you like and kind of just lightly dab it there, and that helps too. Or you can go around your shapes, that's not a problem either. Just be careful. I can see a little bit my purple's already going over here and spreading, so sometimes it's best to just leave this section to dry and go to a different section that isn't touching any of your other colors, so then that won't happen. Life could be a dream, life could be a dream. Life could be a dream if
I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and open we'll meet again. Boom, ding dong, ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang. Oh, whoa, whoa, pip, a bip, a dip. Oh, life could be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you, life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I want you to, maybe we'd be so fine.
Oh, life could be a dream. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above. Shaboom, and tell me, darling, I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and hope we'll meet again. Boom, boom. Oh, life could be a dream. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Alright, y'all, so that is it, and now my masterpiece is done. I left this one all white on purpose, so I did that one with oil pastel and this one with oil pastel. I'm really excited to see how y'all's Heather Galler artwork looks like, and if you have any questions, please raise your hand.